Today I fucked up by giving my brother-in-law a massive erection, and now my sister is pissed at both of us. Throwaway for obvious reasons. Today was supposed to be a nice trip to the beach with my boyfriend, sister, and her husband. For reference, my sister and I are 14 months apart in age, she is older, and we look enough alike that more than once in our life, people have thought we were twins. When we were younger, we played it up and dressed alike and everything. As we have gotten older, we no longer dress alike. However, because we both have very thick black curly hair, we still style our hair almost the same way. Today, we both had it pulled back in ponytails, even using the same scrunchies. LOL, totally not planned either. Fucking. I say that to say that I honestly believe that my brother-in-law thought I was my sister. We had rented a cabana that not only had table and chairs but also had 2 changing rooms. My brother-in-law and sister had gotten there first and had all of their food set out, and my brother-in-law had already changed and was out in the water. My sister was in her bathing suit and said that she was going to run up to the restroom before she hit the water. My boyfriend forgot his phone, so he ran back to the car to get it, and I went into the changing room and had put on the bottom half but didn't have my top on yet, and I was just bent over looking away from the door when I feel hands on my hips. Thinking this was my boyfriend, without looking, I grabbed his hand and pulled his hand up to my breast and pressed my butt firmly into his crotch. I could start to feel the movement of his rapidly awakening erection when I hear my sister yell,
"What the fuck is going on?"
Rest in peace, your ears. I quickly realized that this is not my boyfriend, but my sister's husband, and by the time he was no longer halfway up, but had a massive erection that was going up my butt, well, not really, but it was pretty much giving me a wedgie. Side note, I don't know how my sister can walk. They just wobble for a few days. He lets go of me and he looks confused and starts apologizing profusely to both of us, saying he thought it was her, didn't even know we were there yet, etc. My sister starts bawling and runs back to the bathroom. I quickly am putting my top on and wanted to crawl in a hole and die. I went to the bathroom and tried to talk with my sister, but she wasn't having it. I kept trying to tell her that I thought it was my BF and he thought it was his wife, but the more I tried to explain, the dumber even sounded to me. My boyfriend shows up and is confused as hell about why everyone is pissed off. I left my sister to go back to the cabana. My brother-in-law was there and he was pretty much mortified. He said he was sorry, he though I was her, and he hoped I would not hate him for it, and that he would never disrespect either my sister or me by doing that on purpose. I told him he didn't have anything to apologize for any more than I did for grabbing him. I told him I thought he was my BF, and we both talked about how we were going to help my sister understand that this honestly was a mistake. She finally came out, and by this time she wanted to go home. I begged her to stay, and that I didn't have some long drawn-out plan to steal her boyfriend. I told her I love my boyfriend, and I loved her. How could she think I would ever do anything to hurt her? Ultimately, she stuck around, but was mopey the rest of the day. My boyfriend was finally told what happened, and he at first thought it was funny. Then when we get in the car, he starts asking why I thought my brother-in-law was him, and when he hadn't even changed clothes yet. Then the rest of the drive home was in silence, and once we got home, he starts asking about if I had feelings for my brother-in-law. Hilarious. Insecure men. Hilarious. Finally, after several hours, I got him past his insecurities, and I'm now typing this in bed. Got him past his insecurities was probably sexual. Just in case everybody's in the dark here. Insecure men. Hilarious. So I have no idea if there is going to be any long-term problems from this. My sister, I think, still doesn't believe me. I sure as fuck hope she doesn't take this out on my brother-in-law. I'm hoping things aren't going to be awkward with my brother-in-law either, and ultimately I hope my BF can just forget about this. Good God, what a fucking mess. You know, if they're married, she's already gonna shift into wife mode and just be a total fucking bitch and bring it up all the time and make him, just drive him to the point where he wants to leave her. I hope there are no kids in the mix right now, because they would be the real victims. Too long didn't read. While changing into a bathing suit, you fucking know what the story was. The top comment's been deleted. Son of a bitch. We'll never know. Did you like this fuck up? Well, lucky for you, there's like hundreds more.